Election Day, for some it may feel like a lifetime. There are many Americans feeling confused and anxious about the future. But Afro-Latina poet Elizabeth Acevedo has managed to put into words what she learned to be true the day after the 2016 presidential election, when she delivered her poem, What I Learned to Be True, on location in Washington, D.C. From the Lincoln to the Martin Luther King Jr. memorials to the National Mall. She delivered a verse with such force and vulnerability that Butterfly Confessions creator, Dr. Devin Young, felt it was appropriate to add it to this year's productions.
What I've learned to be true the day after the 2016 presidential election is that a man has not been elected president. A symbol has. A piece of fiction, a myth. And let me tell you a myth about a flood. A man heard it was impending. He built a wooden structure and put all the creatures in it. But the animals with hooves, the ones used for plowing,
They always knew they weren't kin of the wolf.
they always knew an ark is not a country.
That day, I left openly on a flight to Texas.
The map in my head is covered in red, and I was ashamed that white people were seeing me cry. Then I remembered, white people don't see me at all.
I can't help the feeling that half this country would have no problem seeing me set on fire.
And although I come from incense and sage, although I know it can be cleansing, I refuse to burn. There is no wall we won't scale, no bridge our bodies won't braid itself into, no pipeline to water or prison we won't unravel. There is no malice you've imagined we haven't already endured.
So if trauma be inherited, so be resilience, so be survival.
So I wish a motherfucking pussy snatcher would. My people don't come from Machete's winners.
Like my people ain't pain that would tower over any man, like I wouldn't whittle the hand that tried to reach.
I now know I am not half as afraid of the people who are afraid of me, who raise their bigoted silence like a locked door, but my people be a battering ram. So I know a myth about a man. It's always a man who heard of a disaster. He built a wooden structure and put all the creatures in it, but an ark is not a country. And we were never the sheep. We were always the flood. The black and brown and undocumented and Muslim and trans and queer and women, and we are rising and we are rising and we are rising. Don't you see? We'll cover this whole damn country before we ever recede.